recording?
We're good.
So I think for this one we should just do an hour of silence.
2024, the year of silence.
I think that would go viral if we done like a podcast with like an hour of silence every week.
I mean, it would be cheap to make. You could stop coming over.
No, you still need to record that. You still need to do it.
So we'll both sit here and we just be silent.
Aye, I need to record it as well.
I think as executive producer, I'm going to put a wee veto on that.
I'll lose that on, just one on one then, just me. So, aye. Well, where is this? We've not done one for a while, Chris, have we?
Well, for them, it's been a week.
It's been a week.
As it always is.
As always is. And
For
this is nearly the end of February, and there's like a Christmas thing, so...
Yeah. That camera's zoomed in quite closely on you, but if it zooms out, there's a big Merry Christmas banner, there's lights all around the room.
I know.
It's the 2nd of January. It's my birthday eve.
Is it?
It's my birthday tomorrow.
What age are you?
I'm currently 26, 27 tomorrow.
Fucking hell, man. You young bastard.
But aye, you're listening end of February probably. But we are
end of February, so aye. I was going to tell them when the podcast was coming out, but this will be the end of February that it's coming out.
Well, they'll know when it's coming out.
It's been out.
Because they've heard it.
Aye.
But for us, it's coming out in 2 days.
So the first podcast, because it's coming out the 4th of January, which was nearly 2 months ago. So this is, fucking hell, my brain's totally confused there. So this is the 7th one. And we've not got a guest today. But this is like a catch-up. And then we've got loads of guests coming up for the next few.
A wee New Year catch-up.
A wee New Year catch-up. Well, Happy New Year, Chris.
Happy New Year.
But we'll do it for the cameras. I don't know if the camera caught that, but it's seen as leaning over.
It won't have, but the hands were shaking.
Hands were shooked. A minute, look. See if I do that.
There we go.
Look at the size of my hand. Look, it's a lot bigger than yours. Look, put yours out. Alright, do that. Look, do that again. Immature as fuck.
Yes, we've not matured in the new year.
So this is the end of February.
Aye, so we're putting it
so,
out again.
Good point then. So if it's end of February, if there's any tickets left, I'm doing shows at the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
So you are.
So remember do that every week. We're still working out the structure. So I'm doing the Glasgow Comedy Festival, 2 shows. I can't remember the dates, but the 23rd or something. I'm doing two shows. I'll put the link below this.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'll put them up.
The bucket list. And I might have more shows by then. Because my plan this year is to do loads of shows. We can talk about that. I've got strategies of what I want to do to sell tickets.
Yep.
Because I believe that I've been doing stand-up for years. I do well at the Edinburgh Festival because I built a decent following.
Yep.
I had last year's Edinburgh Festival had a cracker. Just a good run and get good audiences in because word of mouth, and I was just good at selling it, and I was like, I need to be able to do that the rest of the year.
Aye.
Because at the moment I'm knackered, right? Because it's like, what time is it, Chris?
It's 5:30.
5:30, and I was working in a warehouse today, 62. So I started a wee job in Co-op warehouse at 62 for a few months. Because I basically had Edinburgh Festival money, which kind of ran out about a month ago. Because that's how well Edinburgh went. So I want to try and work out that I can do that the rest of the year.
Aye, no, that's a good plan.
So it's like, aye. If I could sell myself for a month in Edinburgh, there's no reason why I can't do that.
Aye.
The rest of the year.
I know we're going to get into it, right? But you just reminded me. I know you've been talking about going round doors selling tickets, which is part of your plan.
Aye.
I know we've mentioned it before that Gary Folds did it at one point. Just reminded me, I was out today listening to this week's Have a Word, and they had, Obie Butler.
He's always plugging Have a Word. Who you talking about? Obie
Butler. I wasn't familiar with him, but he does. He was the host of like the UK version of Catfish.
Right, I don't even know what that is.
Catfish is the programme where they find people. You know what catfishing is, no?
Aye, I know what that is.
So it's like a programme where they get people that are being catfished and they go and find the actual person.
It's basically you're online, you pretend up you're good looking, then you turn up like that.
Aye, and then they go and find the people that look like that, and they're like, why are you doing this? This guy was the host of that, but he's also done a few videos and he's kind of making some documentaries and stuff now.
Right.
The whole reason I mentioned it is because I was thinking about you, because when he was younger, he was trying to sell. He's a musician, or he was a musician at least, and he was trying to sell his music. And what he did was he joined the Jehovah's Witnesses to get in with them and learn their door-to-door sales techniques.
That's fucking brilliant, right? That is brilliant.
So he says apparently they're targeted Oh no, their actual hit rate is 6 out of every 100 doors.
Who-
The Jehovah's.
6 out of every 100 doors let them in.
I don't know if it's they even. I don't
Or
know if it's just.
convert to Jehovah's.
I feel like that was their hit rate, meaning the successful calls. So 6 out of 100.
But people will let them in and chat to them.
I think so. Aye.
Right.
Which that was higher than I would have expected. I was expecting like 1.
Especially
at
for
best.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Aye. But I think you could easily, once you confirm that you're not a Jehovah
Aye.
at somebody's door, then
Because it's something different, I think. Because it's like when somebody taps your door, you're expected to be a Jehovah's Witness,
charity
charity,
or
energy
like,
supplier.
Aye, or like the broadband or whatever. No, they don't
Aye,
really
that's
go
what I
door to
mean.
door,
It's a
but aye, one of these
broadband.
things.
So basically, when I come to the door, I'm immediately, I've got defences up.
Mm-hmm.
No interested, mate. No interested. Shut the door. I shut them down.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm influenced. What's the word?
Susceptible.
Susceptible. So I know they can use clever language,
Aye.
and then if I shut them down, they're not getting into my brain.
That's it.
Signing up for
just
whatever.
when he was telling that story the day, I thought that'd be a good thing for you to do if you joined the Jehovah's, just to get their sales techniques down.
You know, it's one of these things, right? I wish I'd done sales years ago, because it's one of these things that
There is an art to it, isn't there?
I reckon that people who do sales, especially door-to-door sales, it builds their skin, it gives them a hard skin.
Aye.
Because I remember, like, years ago, I went for a job. I went for a few jobs. I'd done a day door-to-door sales for life insurance. And I couldn't do that, right? I'd done it for a day, and I couldn't sell that because it's nothing I'm passionate about.
Aye, you need to believe in something you're selling, or
Aye.
at least make it appear that you do.
Aye, and I couldn't do it, man. And even if somebody was interested, I was like, "Don't was a stupid. This is shite."
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. But years ago, I went for a job, and it was ATD, and it was
Like alarms?
alarms.
ADP?
ADP.
ADT? Aye, one of them.
Something like that, aye. So I went for a job with them, and I was probably 18, 19, 20 or something like that. Maybe I'd left uni, I can't remember. And I went, I fancy doing a sales job. And I went along, and they went, right, it's commission only, but this is what you can earn. And I was like, fucking brilliant, that sounds good.
Mhm.
And I was quite excited about it. But then I went home and told my mum and dad, and they closed me down. They went, oh, no, it's commission only, son, that's a rip-off. But then the people that do commission only jobs make a fortune if they're good at it.
Oh, it's going to force you to
Aye.
be good at it, innit?
Aye, and I love that. And I love the idea of that, and I wish I'd done it. I wish I could have...
At least even just for the experience. And
Aye, because just their old way of thinking how the world works.
Yeah.
No, it has to be a certain hourly rate.
Aye.
You know, and and people don't make a lot of money with doing like a normal job. So I'm kind of an in between of the now,
Aye.
right? Because I bought tickets. You
I saw your picture
So I
of
bought
the
kind of
tickets.
so for the Glasgow Comedy Festival show, I bought physical tickets to sell door to door. I probably go around businesses.
Mhm.
And I've been reading a guy, I can't remember the name of the guy's got a sales kind of books and stuff,
Right.
which is brilliant. They kind of give you tactics, and I think if I went out 8 hours a day, I could if I sold 10 tickets a day, that's enough to
Yeah.
live on. So
And if
for
you're
a
going
tenner
off
a
of-
ticket,
Assuming you're going to get a better hit rate than the Jehovah's, 6
Aye.
out of 100. Like, if you chap 100 doors, I reckon minimum 10.
10,
Easy.
easy.
Aye.
And I'll be hoping that if I hit one, say if I go down businesses, I reckon you hit one business and they'll go, fuck it, but let's buy 10.
I'll make a wee staff night out or
Because
something.
so the idea is so see in the one of the books, I can't remember the guy's name. Let's think. Let's see. I'll put my glasses on. Work out the guy's name. But he's brilliant. His books are brilliant, man. It's just mind blowing. And he's got loads of free videos out as well.
Right.
And he's like a fitness guy. So he was in gym. Alex, somebody. Fucking what happened there? Cause the Alex Hormozy. Alex Hormozy.
So he's a fitness /
So he was he ran gyms, right? He ran gyms, but he made his fortune by teaching gym owners how to sell.
Sell like the memberships to the gym.
So he made his fortune by teaching, like, say if you opened a gym, he'd teach you how to fill it.
Right.
And he'd charge them a fortune because he was fucking good at it.
Fair enough.
Charge them thousands and thousands as a package to teach you. Like, you get a gym, you're a good gym instructor, right? So say you're a gym instructor, gym owner, you've got a brilliant product, brilliant facilities, but you're nobody in there. But brilliant product, he'll teach you how to sell it, basically.
Aye, fair enough.
And he was brilliant at it, and he's worth hundreds of millions and stuff like that.
Aye, I mean, think how many every town has got like numerous gyms in it, isn't there? So
so that was how he made his money. And his books are really good. So his kind of thing is, one of his books, it says, so it's build. So it's like selling a service or a business, or selling like whatever you've got. So you're a musician, to sell yourself.
Yep.
Make them an offer. So it's just make them an offer. They'd find they'd be too stupid to say no, or they'd find it like something like that. They'd be too stupid to say no.
Aye, give an offer they can't refuse.
So basically, it's like you give them the basic service, right? So for me, it'd be like, and I've thought about this, what I'm going to do. It's like, you tell me what you think of it, right? And I used to do it like but when I found out I was good at sales, right? I used to always have this mindset I was shit at sales, right? You just have that thing. I'm shit at sales. That's it.
Yeah.
But then, like I'm out flyering my balls off at Edinburgh Festival. I'm quite good at that, but that's took a few years to get good at that.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, I've mentioned this before, a sales job doing the magic cloth things.
Oh yeah.
And I was quite good at that. I was like, I could fucking sell them.
Was that in was it home base or something?
Aye, so I done it in home based. I got like £4 commission for every one I sell. But I done quite well at it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the home based one, you sell the cloth, which was like a tenner. After 20 quid or something, you get 2 cloths, but then you throw in bonuses. So for this pack of cloths, it's only a tenner. That's pretty good. But if you buy it today, you get an extra one free. Yes! And a free fucking mop. You bring this mop up as well.
It's like the mad GML adverts. It's like the first 100 people to buy this will get an extra one. As if there's not like a warehouse sitting full of a billion of them.
Aye, so that's how it works.
Aye.
So what
you need to create like more demand to have it now.
So you create scarcity.
Yeah.
Which is like a thing, and I think it's a great idea. So, like for example, so what I'm doing now, so with the physical tickets, who people, I'm doing, we make them packages, right?
It's Christmas.
So what I'm going to do, it's the end of February, right? I'm going to make me envelopes with pairs of tickets in them, right? So I'm still working on what I'm going to add in it. But I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on a sales pitch as well. Do you know the way that I learned a sales pitch to do the magic cloths, do a demonstration? So I'm going to have a package, an envelope, 2 tickets in it. But then I'm going to have in it, I'm going to have a handwritten thank you letter.
Right.
So
individual for each.
Individual for each one, and I maybe have a wee story in it or something like that. So it'll be a handwritten thing. Plus, as well as that, you get like, I was talking to you, I'm going to do like an online course. It's part of the Patreon, but also just a free thing, just for a laugh.
Yeah.
Called the Fuck It process. Because it ties in.
But we actually have a Patreon account now. It's not obviously we don't have anything on it.
Aye.
But I mean, if you want to give us money.
Alright, have you set one up?
Aye.
Already had one, but that's alright. We can do it on that one. That's cool.
I just one for the podcast stuff.
Right, cool.
I think you can probably attach your account to yours or whatever.
Right, cool.
If you look for the Fuck It List podcast.
So I'm going to add on. So by now, hopefully that course I'm talking about now should be up.
Yeah.
So if you join the Patreon, you get that. I'm going to add other courses as well. You know what I mean? So I'm going to add that, and it's called the Fuck It process, right? And it's just ideas that I've got, put a wee course together. How I've used the word fuck it to do things.
Aye, we've talked a wee about it on the podcast anyway, but this is this more of a sort of a guide of how to do this for yourself?
Aye, how I do it. It's not like saying this is how you do it. This is how I do it, and people might say, "Oh, right, that might work for me." There's loads of ideas I've got, but put in a structured way. So people buy two sets of tickets or a set of 2 tickets, so that's 20 quid, a tenner
pair.
each. A pair. So if I'm going round door to doors, right, and I'll say, by the way, you buy a ticket now, so I'll sell them, says, so I'll give them a flyer, I'm doing this show, yeah, that sounds good, mate. Says, by the way, I'm selling tickets now, I've got physical tickets, you can buy them at a tenner each, that saves you £1 on the ticket fee you pay on
Yeah.
the SECC, plus if you buy them off of me, you get a handwritten letter, you get the course, and I might add another course in,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to give them a scratch card as well.
I do like a wee Christmas scratch card.
So see for every pair of every envelope we get two tickets in it, I'm going to put a scratch card in it, and that'll just create a bit of maybe I could win a few quid.
Imagine.
And I'll sell it. Can I go? You buy a scratch card, and I'm kind of hoping that somebody will win something because it gives me a wee bit of publicity.
Yeah.
And they'll just your curiosity will go, fuck it, we fancy going to that.
And like, imagine
gig.
they scratch it at the door while you're there.
Aye.
If you'd like film it and have it on TikTok, imagine they win something. That's like the kind of thing that would go mad on TikTok.
Aye. So that's kind of party as well.
Yeah.
So they buy the scratch card and it's just trying to entice them. But the thing is, I believe in it. It's a good show, and it's just trying to get people, make it a bit of fun as well. And plus, right, so they're getting 2 tickets and an envelope, the written letter,
Yep, and scratch card.
and a scratch card, the course.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if I've got a business, I'll plug that. I'll do a wee video for their business.
Fair enough.
That's for 20 quid. That's all right, isn't it?
It's good value, that.
So see if I'm going around businesses, and I'm just saying, by the way, this is what I'm doing. And if you give me that, I'll do a wee plug, like a wee 5-minute podcast with the owner or something like that.
Yeah.
So what's your business? What do you do? Where are you? Where can people find you?
Aye, I mean, you've got
That's-
a decent following on TikTok and that, don't you? So
Aye. Well, maybe, but I'm trying. I want not a huge following, but a decent one that I need to build on.
you've got more than me.
What have you got?
About 12 followers.
Have you? Aye. At the moment, I've got about 1,400. Which isn't huge. It's not huge.
Imagine every single one of them bought a ticket.
every single one of them.
Filled
Maybe,
you filled the pavilion there, pretty much.
Oh, that is a pavilion, but you need like tens of thousands, don't you? Really? So I'll be working on that. So that's the idea. How does that sound?
Aye.
So the idea of like the sales process, I'm working on writing a wee sales process, like a wee pitch.
Aye.
So pitch is sell them the idea of the show, right? Because I think it's a good idea, the fuck it list idea. It's got the fuck list. I'm just the fact that I'm here, your door is part of the fuck it list. Like trapping doors, like that's shit. This is scarier and actually going on stage for me.
Aye.
And they'll go, oh, aye, cool, man. So that'll get them enticed a wee bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aye, something. If somebody came to my door with something
aye,
mad and out of the blue like that, I would definitely be.
Aye. And then they'll say, oh, that sounds good. Where's your thing? We'll buy tickets. But in their head, they're going to buy them at some point.
Or they're just telling you that to get you to fuck
Aye.
off, maybe. But
then the idea is, go, by the way, you could buy them now, hand, and my tickets, and you save your money on the booking fee, blah, 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 and you get all this extra
you
as
get
well.
the extra stuff.
And it's only 20 quid, and if I've got 20 quid, I go, fuck it. If I've already sold the gig.
Aye.
And filming that as well, so I think that's, I think that'd be good. And I think it's the reason I want to do it as well, Chris, it's not just selling tickets, it's getting out and about more, because I've not been out much, that kind of, you get that point where you're, and it's getting me out meeting people. It's making you enjoy every day.
That was on your fuck it list, wasn't it?
Aye, so it's just getting out and about, and I might end up in doing mad things with people.
Aye, imagine like you chap on and somebody, it's like a weekend and they've got their family around, and they'll be like, what is it, you're a comedian, you're doing a show, and then you end up in their house.
Aye.
Like in the corner of their living room,
Aye.
doing a wee show.
Aye.
Like, this is just what you can expect if you come, and then
Aye.
the whole family buying tickets.
Aye. See, if it was in the workplace, see if it was in some business,
I just like an office or something.
an office, go, by the way, we've got 20 people in, do you want to come in and do 10 minutes?
Aye.
And I've got I'm working on, and I'm better at selling to a crowd than one-to-one.
Aye, like in the situation of like flyering at the Fringe and that.
Aye.
Uh-huh.
So see if I see the Fringe, so see if I'm selling just to you, I'm no bad at that. But see if I get a wee crowd, see if there's a wee family together, a group of pals.
Aye. Feel a bit more at home as if you're doing a
So
gig.
maybe there's like 6-7 people about. I can bounce them off each other.
Aye.
And then and that works. And then you go, and then all of a sudden you're selling 10 tickets, sir.
Aye. And
So
even word of mouth, like see if somebody came to my door selling comedy tickets,
Aye.
I'd go and tell all my pals and be like, this mad guy came to my door that was selling comedy tickets. And he's got a TikTok, go and look at it. And
Aye.
it'll bring people in that way as well.
And even if people haven't got the money at the time, they go, by the way, right, okay, fair enough, you can't buy them.
And you go, I do
Following
Klarna.
it.
3 months. You can
Do
split
what?
it. Klarna.
What's that?
It's like, I think if you pay for stuff online and it splits it into 3.
Oh, right.
It's like financing.
You can pay it for £3 a month for a
Get
ticket.
get your tickets on tip.
Aye. But I've got a sum up reader as well, but I think I don't know. I think it sounds as if it'll work, but it's like I kind of know that it would work,
Aye.
but it's still that safety part of my brain that's kind of holding me back. I'm in the warehouse. I'm like, no, that kind of thing that's still going. Aye, but still you need to pay your mortgage, and it's weird.
I've been. We're talking just before we came in. We've just walked past my new ice bath. I've been doing some
Brilliant.
it reminds me, I've got a new button.
Oh no.
No, you asked for the button.
Oh, did I?
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Yes, fucking David Goggins, man.
That's me when I'm in my ice bath.
All right, I
Who's
love
gonna
it.
carry the boats?
Yes, I love it. Well done. Well done. That was a good. That was a fist bump. I love it.
Aye, just when you were talking about that safety bit of your brain.
Right.
Different thing when you're talking about like big scale safety in your life, having a steady job and that.
Aye.
The biggest challenge for me of the ice baths, I didn't do one yesterday, admittedly, but other than that, I've done like 5 days in a row or whatever. It's just the making myself get in. See, when I'm in, I'm all right.
Aye.
But like when I'm the first day I got it, I filled it up, stood there.
So where'd you got an ice fee? Or does it
It's actually, I've not put ice in it because it's been freezing outside.
Right,
anyway,
right,
like I've just
aye.
got the water out the hose. I think the first day I did it, it was 8 degrees, the water.
right?
I didn't want to jump straight into like
You
solid
can
ice.
build it up, can't you?
So like the first day it was 8 degrees and I only did a minute.
That's good though.
Then the next day I think it was the same, 8 degrees, and I upped it to 3 minutes.
Right.
And then the third day it was fucking freezing overnight, and I was expecting to like take the lid off and it was a solid block, but there was a tiny wee sheet of ice in the top.
Aye.
And then there's a wee thermometer in it. It was 4 degrees, and I was like, can't be that much
It's
colder than
still,
8.
still above freezing, isn't it?
And that was cold. I think I did. Was it back to 1 minute or maybe 2?
Aye.
Aye, but it's not bad when I'm in.
I was just getting in.
It's the getting in, and even today, like today was day 5 or 6 or whatever. And actually, I did a bit of I've been reading up on it. I've been watching like the Wim Hof stuff for
That's
years, and
brilliant.
I've done some of his kind of breathing exercises and stuff
Aye.
before, and even a year or so ago, I did some of the cold shower stuff.
Aye.
And again, that's just to do with the willpower. You start off just having a normal shower, and then at the end, just turn it cold
Aye.
for 30 seconds.
Aye.
I did that for maybe like a month, and by the end, it was like I didn't even need to think about it. I would literally just have a full cold shower.
Aye.
I didn't need to turn it down. But just now, I wanted to get back into it. So, into the cold stuff.
How are you feeling mentally? Wait,
It's good. It's
it's after it you kind of get this kind of feeling in it.
yeah. For me, it's just overcoming the not wanting to do it.
Aye.
It's like every day after I do it, I'm like, that's brilliant. I'll do it again first thing tomorrow. I do it when I
Aye.
get up, and then see when I woke up this morning, like Ainsley was away to work, full bed to myself, all
Has
cozy.
she been doing it as well?
No,
Oh, they get Ainsley in it.
I keep telling her it's good for her, but no, she just. There was one day she stood. The day it was freezing, the 4 degree one. She like sat and just watched me and
I
laughed.
laughed at you, aye.
Um,
Very supportive girlfriend, is she?
Yeah, but no, the mental side of it. I think it's improving. Like everyone says, even after the first time, they're feeling great all day.
Aye.
I'm not necessarily getting that, but I do still feel good about just pushing myself out of my
Aye,
comfort zone
aye.
type thing.
Aye.
But as I say, it's like when you go to do it first thing in the morning, I'm inspired all day to do it, and then when you wake up all cozy, you're like, last thing I want to
Aye.
do is jump in that. But I
Aye.
do it, and today, what I was saying was when I did the kind of 3 rounds of the Wim Hof breathing stuff
Aye.
before, because basically every other time I've done it, I get in and it takes 20 to 30 seconds to control my
I
breathing.
stop the panicking.
I start kind of hyperventilating.
Aye.
But because the Wim Hof breathing is basically purposeful hyperventilating and controlling it, once I got in today, I literally stepped in, sat down. Normally it's 20 seconds till I'm like,
Aye.
and then I get it under control. Literally just sat down and it's day up to my neck, and I was like, fine,
Aye.
it's under control. Did it for 3 minutes, no bother. Aye, so I'm enjoying it, and obviously there's all sorts of physical benefits as well. It's
Aye.
good for your circulation,
Aye.
your immune system, and all this
Aye.
kind of stuff. So aye, I'm enjoying it.
That's amazing.
I will be getting colder at some point.
Aye, well, but it's January now. This is meant to be the middle of winter.
Aye, I mean we've not
Global
had.
warming could have fucking up a wee bit of that.
I mean, if it keeps
We got
that
a few.
bit warmer, but I think even when I did the 8 degree one, it's like you don't. It's
Aye.
not like the colder it is, the better. There's like a range where as long as you're within that, I think the advice is as long as you get 11 minutes a week is the sort of ideal exposure time.
Aye.
And I've been doing like 2 to 3 minutes usually, and I've done it for like 5 days. But it's even aside from all the physical benefits, the mental side is good as well.
It's just kind of it's a wee metaphor thing as well, isn't it?
Aye,
the fact that you do that difficult thing.
Aye, there's a few things like that. Like I know on my list as well. I've not even talked about my Mad Christmas video that was part of my fuck it list.
All right,
we'll come back to that as well.
Aye.
Again, like I've been off work over Christmas for 2 weeks.
Right.
So I'm still off until Monday coming. And a bit like when I was off in November when we kind of did quite a lot of this when I was off on holiday.
Aye.
When I'm off work and that bit of the brain's off, I always get quite inspired to do stuff, whether it's doing my music again. And now I'm trying to get into more of the health stuff. I'm trying to get my fitness back up. We're going on a skiing holiday in March. End of March.
Where are you going?
Austria.
Oh, you don't.
I say skiing holiday. It's an altitude festival. So
aye. But there's skiing involved in it, isn't there?
It's at a ski resort. It's like skiing during the day.
Are you going skiing?
Yeah. I mean, we need to...
Did they sound too convinced?
I used to ski when I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12.
All right.
And haven't really since. So I'm going to do like a wee refresher. A couple of lessons before we go. And Ainsley's going to join me as well.
They've got the place in Glasgow. Does that still exist? Escape?
That one's shut down.
Was that shut down? Is it?
There's like an outdoor artificial slope at Bellahouston Park.
Right.
Where you can do it. And then the one I used to go to was through Polmont, through Falkirk Way.
Right.
So there are still a few places you can go. So
there's one in Edinburgh somewhere. Sometimes I'm driving to Edinburgh, if I get by the bypassers, you see one.
There's that one, and there's another one. There's one out Bearsden Way as well.
I've never done it.
I used to enjoy it, but I mean, we're going to this festival for the comedy side of it, and to be honest, with the amount it's costing, we're lucky to like afford 1 day ski pass on top of what we're paying to be there anyway. But it'll be a good experience. But just because we're doing that at the end of March, I want to get myself a bit fitter. Even if it's just for the sake of...
Have you gone to the gym?
I'm going to. Do you know the last time I went to the gym was that day that we did that podcast, and I was like, that's me back at the gym. But I did go a big walk.
Did you?
I say a big walk. It was
went to the shop?
I went round the lock.
All right.
It was, I think it's like 3k. I know it's not much for a marathon runner like you. But just a few things like that. Like see, doing my ice baths and try to get a bit fitter again. I would get really inspired to do this kind of stuff while I'm off work. But the struggle is trying to then fit that into my routine once I'm back at work, because work just takes up all my time when I'm there. So I'm really, once I'm back next week, I'm going to make a real conscious effort to try and keep the good stuff up. You know what I mean?
There's a thing that I kind of learned recently, and it's like, see, sometimes there's loads of things you want to do, like see, even like simple things like you ever got a big pile of dishes and your house is a mess, and it becomes dead overwhelming. You're like, for fuck's sake, and you end up not doing it for ages.
Yeah.
So see if like that, so I break things into fuckets. Right, so in my head now, let's see the course I'm thinking about is probably out now. Like every action's a fuck it. Like so see even so just focus on one. Right, so say if you've got a big house full of shit, wash one dish. Right, and that's how you. I'm only going to do one dish.
Just down to the simplest steps. And
the simple steps. So do one dish, but then you find out once you do one dish, you go, I'll just do that one as well. But then you end up in this kind of rhythm. So if you do like one fuck it, so it says like one wee thing that like doing a fuck it's not like a big
just
thing.
Giving yourself that wee satisfaction of ticking something off a list, no matter how small it is.
It was like the fuck it you done, which I think about quite a lot. Is like I don't think about it all the time.
He thinks about me every.
I think about you all the time. Just that time when you said, which is so simple, but it's a thing that people come back. See when that night you went to watch that comedy gig when Kevin Bridges was on, and like you weren't going to go, because Ainsley wasn't well.
I was just coming out of having COVID. She wasn't well. Texted my pals. It was freezing. It was soaking.
Did your pals go as well?
No, I texted a few folk and they were like, nah, no, the night it's shite outside. I still said, fuck it, I'm going to go myself.
You fuck it, you went yourself. And that's just a simple wee thing. And you went out and Kevin Bridges ended up being on. So sometimes just doing a simple wee thing, go, fuck it, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
You know, and like me, the new, I'm kind of, like, I'm getting a kind of wee bit of a rot, kind of sitting, well, this is January, that just no doing much, no getting out. And I guess just like all my mates are married and all that, I'm not getting out as much. It's just a wee thing, and I could just go fuck it and just go and do something myself.
Aye.
And you meet people when you're out.
Yeah, and that could end up
Aye.
leading to something.
Aye.
Who knows?
I know it does. And it's like things I've done before. I've went to things and just end up meeting people and you end up having a good laugh, a good night. You know?
No, this is the year of saying fuck it to stuff.
The simple fuck it's in the fuck it list doesn't mean to be big grandiose things.
Aye.
But all the wee simple things add up.
It was like my silly wee video. If you've not seen it, it's on this YouTube channel.
Aye.
I was going to, as we've seen my episode where we talked about what I want to do on my fuck it list. And some of it was get back into doing music, and some of it was I wanted to start doing some daft wee sketches.
Aye.
And I came in, there was a funny reason how it actually came about. I finished work kind of early one day, maybe like 3 o'clock. And
He gets sacked for his work.
I wish, imagine the free time.
And the lack of money. It's become a music sensation.
A music. We'll see. Well, I mean, we've had over 100 views on the video now. So.
Oh, yes.
So I finished work early one day and Ainsley was working late. So I was going to come out here and just record the song. I had no plans to do the wee sketch or anything. I'll put you link the video here if you've not seen it. It's quite funny. Although it's February, so you'll be listening to a Christmas song.
It's not bad,
so I was just going to come out here and record me singing a Christmas song and doing I was playing the drums and the guitar and all that. I was going to do that. I got home and I couldn't find the keys for this wee studio room. And I was like, where have they gone? They're usually in a wee drawer. And I texted Ainsley, I was like, you've not got the keys to the studio, have you? And she was like, oh, sorry, I went out last night. They're in my jacket pocket. I've got them at work. And I was like, oh, right, fine.
Oh, no. Just to say what you're very fun this year, Chris.
I know, ruined everything. I've got a separate key now that I keep on my keys for that reason. But I sat in that night and I was feeling dead inspired and I was like, I can't do my song. I couldn't even like just record like all the mics and stuff, all my cables, mixer and stuff. Everything was out here, so I couldn't really do much. And then for whatever reason, the idea popped into my head, like, why don't you do a wee sketch, but then leads in to the
music stuff later on.
The music, So I came up with this wee idea of, it was going to be, the story of the thing is a Christmas caroller comes to the door and he's like, I've changed Christmas caroling. Now I come to doors and make people sing to me. I was going to make it like he just comes to the door and barges in and sings. I thought it was quite funny if he was just like, no, I'm doing it the other way around.
No, it was good. It was good,
so like that night, instead of recording the music, because I couldn't, that's when I like wrote and filmed wee bits of the sketch. And it kind of turned into that.
It was quite good.
So
that's what it takes. Is like sometimes like you can write a wee thing. And I've done like amount of times that I should be doing like wee videos like that every day.
I mean, that took like a week to edit. But it was made. I mean, the sketch was fine. It was like all the music stuff. There's like 5 different bits of me playing different instruments and stuff. But just daft wee.
But see, wee daft, like for me, it's just wee rants and stuff in my car. They're just like one record, and there's no editing involved. Although I can add kind of captions and stuff on it. They take like basically maybe half an hour coming up with the idea. And maybe 2 or 3 takes, I've got it.
Like I wrote down a very kind of roughly script that night, and kind of as I was doing it, I was like, this might work, and then
you done it.
What I did,
You could do one of them, a few of them a week.
I've got a few other wee notes of ideas for some, and I've also this month I'm starting the comedy workshop.
It's doing my comedy workshop, which would have started last week. How did you get on?
I think it was brilliant. Top of my class.
He's the funniest. I've
actually got a few wee notes that I've taken over the past few weeks of stuff that I feel could be stand-up bits.
All right, go tell me. Let's make this a workshop.
All right, we're starting already.
Let's do it.
So
that's racist. Can't do that. That's homophobic.
I've got an idea for a wee bit about when you're playing pool,
right?
And you like miss the ball you're going for, but then you accidentally put another one, and you need to make that poker face. As if to say, like, I meant that and that was good, and all your pals are like, fucking bullshit, you didn't mean that. Because I was just playing pool the other day and thought, that's funny when that happens.
Maybe,
we're off to a good start. I've got some very vague wee notes here, like, inconsistent cups of tea. Sometimes you make cups of tea that are fucking bangers, and sometimes you make shiters, and there's no reason for it to...
There must be a reason it's scientific, is it not?
Well, that's what I think, but like sometimes you'll make a wee streak of really good ones and you're like, I've fucking nailed making tea, and then out of nowhere you get a shiter.
See, that could be good. That's just daft. That's just insignificant.
That's the kind of stuff I like.
That's just.
I like the observations.
Silly. things people do it all the time. They don't really think about. Sometimes people go, fucking hell, like, that happens all the time. It's just
I feel like I feel like Kevin Bridges is really good at stuff like that.
aye, he's kind of
Dead relatable stuff, and he obviously has got it even down to sometimes a very Glaswegian.
aye.
Which I know he tours all over the place, and he's probably got stuff that's more broad. But like when you see him in Glasgow, he does a lot of very Glasgow centric stuff.
Aye, but even the stuff like the one he does about like living when there's a kid living at his pal's house for a night.
Oh, the house race.
House race. That's kind of Scottish, but it's very universal.
Aye.
So it's like, you know, it's a very Scottish thing. But then if you live in England, you go, aye, I stayed with my pal when I was that age and it was horrible. Stayed at somebody's house.
And then one other I've got fucking loads here, but this other one, Ainsley was just talking the other day on Hogmanay about when you used to get a text at like dinner time on Hogmanay, and it would be like, just before the phone lines get busy, sending all my good wishes. And genuinely, when I was wee, I used to think they would do that because if too many people tried to phone the same house at once, like the cables would go on fire or something.
I like that. That's daft.
You don't really get those messages anymore. But I remember like 10 years ago or something, everyone would send a text.
Does it not matter now? Does it not make any difference now?
Well, when they say the phone lines get busy, I think they just mean I'll not phone you at Hogmanay because I'm assuming everyone else is going to be trying to phone you and the phone will be engaged. But I used to think it would cause havoc with things.
I'm not sure what happened with that.
But you never see it anymore.
Because all the messages are flying about, but maybe they're all bumping into one another. You see seagulls exploding in mid-air and all that because they get it's all flying about the ether. I've been focusing on that picture up there that's slightly squinty.
I think we've referenced it a few times and they're never going to see it, but there's a squinty picture that every time you shut the door of this wee room it goes. Can you fix it,
Chris?
Right, okay. We're with you in a minute.
It's been like that for 20 minutes. Yes.
You good there?
Aye, that's good. Aye. And now they're curious to see the picture.
If you sign up to Patreon, you can see the squinty picture.
Aye, sign up to Patreon, you get a funny picture. It was just a deer.
So
a stag.
I've got another wee bit about. I'm chucking away on my material here.
I know.
This is another. When I say it, I used to think this about the Hogmanay when I was wee. See, when you would hear about folk killing themselves by putting their head in the oven.
Aye.
I used to think they were.
Did that happen? Was that a real thing?
I've never known anyone. But like, somebody in Friends, Phoebe's mum was meant to have killed herself, and I used to just
the
think,
gas.
I used to think they just roasted themselves like a chicken. And I was like, that must take some fucking willpower. It's like the opposite of an ice bath. But like, it's actually just, as you say, the gas makes them pass out and die. But I used to think they would just hold their head in a roasting oven until they like roasted to death.
That's good. I like that because that can get ridiculous. I like the idea of that. I think that's out of the ideas. So I'm thinking. So see when I say what I think the ideas, if they're what I know, it doesn't mean it's right. Because I think the tea seems all right.
Right.
Got potential. The pool, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that when they work.
But there's maybe another angle you could.
Wait. No, I'm just not sure. But sometimes somebody tells you an idea, and they go, I don't know, but then they actually perform it. They go, oh fuck, that's actually. You've got the way you done it.
Because I'm not presenting it in the way that I would say it on stage. I mean,
exactly.
It's just an idea that could develop into a bit.
Exactly. I mean?
So that's a premise.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, I think it now doesn't matter. But I like that when I see the head and oven thing, that's got arms and legs because I can imagine
arms and legs hanging out the oven.
Right. So you're thinking they've got some willpower to put themselves in there because it'd take like 40 minutes on a high heat.
And they've preheated it to 200.
And there's preparing the gravy. So there's that. So you can add all that shit. So it's like I've got loads of respect for people that commit suicide by putting their head in the oven, right? Because they have to preheat the oven, because you can do a bit of preheat. Because I never preheat the oven when I'm doing my chips, but
no, imagine 200 for 20 minutes that cooks it.
Imagine when you put your head in the oven, you need to preheat the oven, right? And then you need to get the what would you have it with? You need to get the stuffing and all that. You need to get stuffing in your mouth. So you could add loads of shit, and you need some spices.
I see you're taking this to a different angle than me.
But
this is very you. I can see this being a bit that you would do. Not that I'm that good at writing comedy, clearly, but like you've taken it to an angle that's in the way that you do stuff. Whereas I was thinking more of it just sort of self-deprecating, like I'm fucking daft because I used to think this is what that meant.
Aye. But then that's what I'm saying. It can go off and
You've taken it to the more
surreal.
Like, aye. But I like that side of it as well. So I don't know what that could turn into.
So that's how comedy workshops kind of part of it works. So everybody kind of helps each other a wee bit. So what I get. So when there's a few people in the group, when somebody's on stage doing their bit, it gets them thinking about how comedy works as well.
Aye.
So they're thinking about their own material, but then they see you doing a bit, and it goes, "Oh, that the way he done that might."
I can
work.
apply that to this.
That.
Do you ever get people that end up doing each other's idea?
No, really. No.
Just like I didn't know if, like, for example, if I went up and thingied that idea, and somebody else had a better idea for it, and I was like, "It's not really for me," but then they ended up doing that.
Possibly.
Or at least taking that idea and doing something else with it.
I possibly. There was actually a guy, I was in Australia, 2012, right, and a guy bought a joke off me because it didn't work for me.
He bought it off you?
He bought a joke for me, and it was too dark for me, right? It was like,
right.
This guy was evil. No, he was a good guy, but he done fucking like Frankie Boyle shit, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like dark, kind of just nasty shit. Mm-hmm. And I done this joke, and it didn't really get. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't.
Can you remember it? Are you allowed to say it because you don't own it anymore?
It's not that bad. and they went, right, that joke doesn't work for you, for your persona. He was a good. He's like, this guy was like, he was switched on with comedy.
Yeah.
He's actually like, he writes movies now.
All right, cool.
So he's like a movie producer. So he's doing all right now. Adam Ethan Crow, he's had a few movies. I don't know if they're on Netflix, but he's had a few movies kind of done. And he kind of knows he's writing. And when that joke doesn't work for you, it's too dark for who you are. Mm-hmm. And he said, can I buy that off you? And I went, well, if you I listened to what he said. He went, you're probably right, mate. I'll give you it. And they bought it in Australia in a pub for $20 and a pint. And I think he maybe gave me a crunch, like a bit of chocolate as well. So I think it was 2 pints. $20, 2 pints, and he bought the joke.
Sounds like a good deal.
Aye.
And what's the joke?
The joke. That's quite dark, man. I maybe get cat. It's not like so. It was like, what was it? It was about prostitutes, right? So it was like, what was it again? So, and it was too dark. I was looking at one I wouldn't do anyway. Like, so it was about killing prostitutes, right? Fuck it, right? So it was about killing prostitutes. I meant killing prostitutes isn't illegal. Alright, like something like that. I can't remember the exact wording there. It didn't work anyway with the right wording with me anyway. So he probably worded it a better way. So killing prostitutes actually isn't illegal because they're already dead inside.
Right.
So that was a kind of gist it, right? And it was see you probably see me doing it as like probably people with switched staff just be hearing that. That's why he said to me that doesn't work for you, but he could have done it because it could have worked for him.
At least turned it into his own thing.
And some of his jokes, like can I do some of his?
I'll allow it.
And it was like it was just evil. So two that I remember, like so maybe like a girl on the front row, right? A good looking girl says, "You're a good looking girl." It was kind of smarmy, kind of. Mm-hmm. You're a good looking girl. The only ever chance I'd ever get an inside you is if you needed a kidney. So that kind of shit, right?
That's not as bad as I thought that was going to be.
I know, but it was just that kind of stuff, man. It was just, but his delivery was brilliant.
I like that. I remember, not a brutal joke, well, depending on how you look at it, at the Fringe when we went to see Mark Nelson.
Some of his stuff's quite dark, isn't it?
It can be. It was
it's
like
I think it used to be what? I think it used to be darker years ago.
Aye. It was something about 9/11. He said, I forget what he was comparing it to, but he said something like, that's like doing a sponsored bungee jump for the victims of 9/11. Which is a great joke, right? But the people that laughed at it the most were two Muslim lassies in the front row. They're like, with all the headgear and all that.
Aye.
And everyone kind of turned around and saw them. And even he was like, you just fucking loved that, didn't you? Aye, that was a good one.
Another one, that guy Adam Ethan Crow done, right, was just, it was always the ones I remember. The two that I remember, it was like quite a cocky guy, right, on stage. He's got this kind of up himself kind of persona.
Just as a character, he's not actually.
Right, no, he isn't. He's a good guy, right? So he's like this kind of swagger.
Aye.
It was like I'm a mad shagger kind of guy, right? He's like, I shag everything kind of thing. And he went, oh, I lost my virginity when I was 13. Kind of, and people kind of go, they have that groan kind of effect.
Aye, because he's seeing it as like a boast.
And they think it's like a boast. And they went, nobody ever believes me when I tell them that. And that's why the abuse continues. And you're like, holy fuck, man.
I do like how he switches.
And it was just like, fucking hell. And it was just, like, his persona got away with that. Like, I couldn't get away with that kind of shit.
Aye.
I know, it was a good joke. They mentioned Father O'Malley or something, I can't remember. There was a priest involved in it as well.
We're a good chunk through for just a wee catch-up
Aye.
episode. We'll get...
So this one's just like a new year. This is the 2nd of January. I know, although it's end of February.
Aye.
It's
been a while since we recorded.
Aye.
You been gigging much?
No, I've been quite quiet in like December. I always seem to be quiet in December. I know that it's definitely me. It's like me, like I kind of.
I hear most comedians like complaining about how busy
No,
they end up.
I don't give a shit. I know. It's kind of because I have the Edinburgh Festival. I've always got a few gigs after that, and then it's kind of quieting down a wee bit.
Aye.
So I've got a few coming up, and I'm planning to get more solo shows lined up.
Yep.
Because that's my kind of aim, man, to do more solo stuff. I'm actually going to Newcastle on Thursday.
Right.
So I've got a gig down there, which I'm looking forward to.
Good stuff.
So this month I've got a few. I've got one in Newcastle coming up. This is January, so you've missed it. And I've got
They might have been there.
Might have been there. And I've got a solo show in Inverness.
Right. What venue?
I don't know.
Is it a pub or is it an actual?
It's a pub. It's no Hootenannies, because you probably know that one. That's a famous
I know
one.
that one. There's a couple of pub
I can't remember.
venues I can think
I just
of.
know that I'm good up. Because people ask me, like I'm going down to Newcastle, people said, whereabouts? I went, I know the name of the pub. I'll work out how to get there once I'm going.
Fair enough, aye.
Aye. And I've got some charity gig coming up and on.
You've
Paisley
got
or something.
You've got a couple of gigs for next year. This
year?
In like April or something.
Aye. You said you're getting gigs lined up soon.
I did. I've already fucked that one in the bucket list where I said I wanted to do another gig by the end of the year, and I never did. But, you know.
That's allowed, isn't it? Yeah.
It's allowed. But now I'm doing ice baths, so that makes up for it.
Aye.
I can't even remember where they are. It was Ainsley that kind of sorted them.
So doing kind of double gigs, two years together?
Aye.
That's cool.
And that was the kind of thing we said at the beginning of last year. We want to get the band thingy. Like when we gig, it's like the two of us. I play guitar, we both sing, and then play along with backing tracks.
Right.
But we have a group of people that want to be a full band.
All right, cool.
But we've just never been able to find the time to actually get together and
make it happen.
Aye.
So when you say you haven't been able to find the time, basically means you've not just fucked about. That's what that usually means, doesn't it?
I mean,
you can quite easily contact them and go, right, when you're available, when are you available?
And we had numerous conversations like that over last year, and it was always usually me, to be fair, being like, I've got this with work, I can't do that time. Like I'm usually free at the weekends. One of the other guys that's in the band is in a wedding band, so he's always busy at the weekends. So I'm mostly busy during the week. He's busy at the weekends. And then I think I'm going to this year start saying no to certain things and work.
Work asks you to do certain things.
I mean, it's been busy all year, and there's various things happening as of when I go back. I can see it's going to mean they try and make me even busier, but I think based on how I've been the last few months, I actually can't do anymore. So
you need to, I think, let's see that now I've got this wee warehouse job. Like I'm planning to do it until the end of March.
Yeah.
At the moment, but I've kind of said to myself, like, see, as soon as it comes to a point, I don't think it'll happen because it's an agency job.
Aye.
If I say I've got a gig on, I need that off, and they say no.
Is it is it a 0 hour thing like the other?
No, that's fine. It's kind of 5 days a week over 7.
Right, okay.
But they're kind of all right with swap and rest. So they get 2 rest days off. Okay. So they've all right. You've been all right giving me rest days for Newcastle, which is fine.
Right.
But see when it comes to a point if they say, no, you can't do that, we need you in.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fine, I'm off then.
Fair enough, man.
I'll be quite happily do that. And I like that I don't need...
Aye.
Because I'll work it out, because it's doing my gigs is more important. I'll work out, I'll just go back to Just Eat again, because I can do that anyway.
Aye, you've got a couple of options.
Aye, so it's like, is that if did I tell you I done that years ago? Like, there was a job, this is something that I keep thinking I might have mentioned on this before. I was working a stock taking job. Have I mentioned this? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
So I've not had a full-time job since 2011. Although I was with you and but that was kind of a
That was
0-hour contract, and you could say I can't work for 2 weeks to go. That's fine then.
you would just phone up and
Aye.
ask for a shift kind of thing, wouldn't you?
Aye, yeah, that was
Sometimes they
fine.
would phone you and be like, "We need you." And we'd be like,
Aye, so it's pretty. I'd give you shifts every week.
Aye.
But then you say I'm away to the Edinburgh Festival for 3 weeks. Go, all right, no worries.
Yeah.
See you come back. But I was doing this stock taking job, and I was kind of a working. It was like kind of 0-hour contract as well. Just get to work whenever it come up.
Yeah.
But you're most working a few days a week. And I says, I'm doing the Edinburgh Festival. I need 3.5 weeks off in August. And he went, we can't give you that off. No, I didn't ask for it off. I says, I need this off.
Aye.
And they went,
I'm going to be off.
Aye, I'm going to be off that, so just to let you know. And they went, we can't give you that off, you'll need to work.
Yeah.
I went, the only way you can do that is if you leave. And I went, aye, don't bother, see you later.
Fair enough.
As casually as that, I just went, cool.
Aye.
Because there's nothing, no day job would ever kind of get in the way of me doing my gigs.
No, fair enough.
And
my kind of part of me would like to be that way.
Even if I
The
was
job I'm in
kind
isn't quite.
even if I was risking kind of financially for a couple of months, I'd be like, all right, okay, because it's that important to me that I kind of go, right, okay, if a job stops me from doing my gigs, like that, all right.
No, fair enough. I do respect prioritising your happiness and just doing what you love over a job.
So I've got I've got my workshop coming up. So that's 21st of January.
I believe so. Yeah.
Which starts. So I'm going to so that's 1 o'clock to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is. So I'm going to have to work out with the work that I'm off on Sundays. I finish early on a Sunday.
Aye.
So that's the first test for them. So if I say I'm going to be doing this workshop for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And if they say no, we can't do that, I went, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
That'll be me gone. But hopefully the lassie that I work with seems all right and understanding, and they know I do it, and so I think they'll be all right. But if they say we definitely can't get it off, I went,
fuck you.
And I might. I know it's just the way it is. It's just it's just like it's priority. Plus, there's people paid for the workshop, so I'm not going to go. By the way, I can't do 2 weeks in the 6 week because I'm working in the tech co-op.
Aye.
Or not? Can I say that online? You're not meant to say that online, but it doesn't matter. No, you're actually not meant to mention your workplace on social media.
Aye.
But it doesn't matter. They'll be all right with it.
I mean, I've never said the name of me. In fact, people actually, we don't talk about me.
Aye, you don't talk about it. Do you know I got any trouble? Remember, we worked in Gist. I could talk about Gist.
I think we talked about the very first episode.
Oh, did we?
When you were making a video.
Aye, I done a wee video about Gist. It was shit in the wall in the toilet or something like that. One of the driver, the lorry driver, there was shit in the wall, and one of the cleaners was complaining that she had to clean it up, and she was like, that's fucking disgusting, which it was. So I done a wee kind of news thing. Today in Gist, there was a shit in the wall, and I just done a wee daft video, and it got shared about the work, and everyone was had a wee laugh about it. But then one of the managers popped me in one day. Now you need to put that down, or we can sack you. I was like, what?
If there's any company that's going to have a problem with this podcast, it's going to be Gist, because we've talked about them every episode.
I don't give a fuck about this. Aye.
We've even used their fucking logo as the wee bleep thing. So
they got a bleep.
I see when we were talking about wee Witsy's face, and I did the.
How's that? Oh, is that the thing?
When I edited the video and like cover the mouth so you can't see what I'm saying, I've put the Gist logo over my mouth when I say. I'm not going to say it because I can't be asked. But
did you put the Gist logo over it?
Aye.
All right.
So that might cause some legal issues.
That's all right, man. It just means
I think it'd be dead funny if Gist got in touch.
Aye.
Because that means somebody from Gist has sat and watched us talk about them.
Aye. No, I think they don't get any bother if you work with them.
Aye.
You know.
Aye. I mean, we've been away long enough that it shouldn't be a problem.
If I'm needing a job again, so maybe
I need to strike them off the list. I think.
Aye. Burn the boats. Welcome to the boats.
Who's going to carry the boats?
I like that. It's brilliant. That. So aye. So that's that. So New Year's resolutions, Chris. Will we finish on that? How long have we been going? An hour or something?
Aye, nearly an hour.
Right. So let's do. It was this kind of a fuck it list thing, isn't it?
Well, it is. As I have this conversation around this time every year.
So do I.
When someone brings up resolutions, my response is always, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Right.
I believe if you've got something that you want to change or you feel that you should change, just do it.
Aye.
You don't need to wait for a new calendar year or whatever. That being said, around this time of year, I do always get a feeling of new year, new
Aye,
me.
aye,
Let's
aye.
change something. Probably this week again. I'm trying to get back into my fitness and health. I say that I'm going to have a Chinese in 25 minutes, but it's my birthday tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Aye, so like part of me is always like, you don't need new year to change something, but I do always end up getting that way over
Aye.
the period. I think it's probably just because I'm usually off work over the Christmas period, and that tends to be when I try and start and get myself back in order. Do you know what I mean?
Because it's like a new year. It's kind of
There is that feeling of
get that brain thing.
You get that sort of new beginnings.
But see, the thing is, right? See, the thing is, Chris.
You get something in that can.
So people think they start a new year, right? But this is a wee thing I just thought of there. You've got the chance of doing that every second of the day.
Yes.
Where you can say fuck it at any moment.
He said it. He said it.
Off, right? You know what I mean? You can though. You can at any moment you could go fuck it. I'm going to do that today.
Aye.
Now.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I was like that about the day. I was like, when I get back to work, I need to work on my fitness and stuff. I'm going to try and like fit in going out for a walk and that. Like maybe in the morning before I go to work. I'm going to get back at night. But I got up the day and didn't really have anything to do.
So you went a walk?
And I went a walk today and did a couple of other things. I did my ice bath when I got back. I've been doing a wee bit of yoga as well. That was on my list, just to see the wee videos on YouTube and that.
Aye.
I've been doing a couple of them over the week. And again, it's like I'm enjoying all these things I'm doing.
Aye.
But I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to squeeze them into my busy life when I'm back at work. But you can
do that.
Aye.
Because example today, right? You messaged me today. Well, you messaged me yesterday about doing this. Yeah. But I was almost like the day, like when I got home, I almost made the excuse and said no.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I was tired.
Yeah.
Because I got in and I kind of, right, I says an hour. The only reason I said an hour because I was lying on the couch. So I went, I'll come over an hour. Yeah. And I fell asleep for like 15 minutes or something. And I was going to message back, go, can we not just do it? Like, I've got guests coming up. Can we not just do it then?
Yeah.
But then I just went, fuck it. Let's get up. I'll be fine. So I got up and I come in and I feel all right now. You feel like usually when you say fuck it and do the thing, you wake up a bit and an hour later you go, I'm glad I did now, because you just got, because you can get that essentially, you go, fuck it, I'm knackered, I can just go to sleep. And then you said you want to do it, fuck that cunt and that fucking that way, no, I didn't even say it that way. I went, alright, let's just fucking do it. I drove over, I went, fuck. Then I woke, even when I was sitting talking to you and Ainsley, I was having a good laugh.
Yeah.
I was still doing that kind of, I'd had a wee sleep, so I was quite kind of
a wee bit groggy, aye.
Just slightly, a wee bit groggy, but I woke up a bit now.
Aye.
So it's just amazing how that works, isn't it? You feel as if I could have quite easily slept all night if I just another 5 minutes I went, nah, fuck it, I'm not going. But then the fact you go, fuck it, you get up and you get out, and then you feel an hour later it's a different thing.
That's like it's like an extended version of the ice bath stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like the first day I did it, I think I must have stood beside it for like 10 minutes and my feet started getting freezing. And I was like, I'm already freezing. I might as well just get in.
Aye.
And eventually, like, I'd sort of talk myself in. You get that sort of, when you go over the barrier in your head, when you do say fuck it and you fucking...
Did you say fuck it just before you get in?
Aye.
Aye.
I mean, I was going to say not out loud, but there's every chance I actually did. I don't really remember.
Aye.
But,
fuck it!
Aye. It's like you get over that bit in your head, and once you do it...
Aye.
I mean, do you know what I mean? It's
a small achievement.
Aye. And it's like, that you're getting a benefit from it that you're going to feel. And
aye.
Do you know what I mean? If there's the first day I did it for 1 minute. So that whole time I stood there for 10 minutes and I was like, you could have done it and been out for 9 minutes now.
I remember I went in the sea in Galway.
Right.
Like years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, maybe. I was there doing some gigs. And I knew about Wim Hof and all that. And I remember me and the other guy was we were walking along the sea one day because we were drinking. We were cutting a hangover. And we seen a guy in the sea. It was like December, it was freezing. And I look at that fucking nutter in the sea. Look at him, he's mental. And I went, you know what? Fuck it, see you tomorrow. I'm going in there.
Yeah.
And he went, no, you're no. I went, I went in there. And then the next day, he'd done it as well, right? And the next day, we were down the same bit, brought a towel, freezing, and we went in and went, fuck it, let's go in.
Sometimes quite a good inspiration for a fuck it is when somebody else believes you're not going to do it.
Aye, exactly.
Like, I'll fucking show him.
So, and this is what happened, right? So the two of us went in the sea, right? And there was a video, right? There's a video somewhere, and my cock, my Bobby was showing in it. She went to cover it up a wee bit. I was thinking about boxers, right? Just in boxer shorts, I was like, so I went in, and that didn't last that long. I was in, dipped in, and I went, fuck this.
Yeah.
But I went in, the hangover, gone.
Yeah.
Gone like that. And then,
I didn't do one yesterday. It was more like we had a party in here.
Aye.
On New Year's Eve, and I didn't even really get drunk. I think I had 4 or 5 drinks, and I didn't. I woke up feeling not hungover.
Aye.
I felt fine. I was like, I'd be fine to do one, but I just didn't really have the time. I sat about, and then I went to my grand's for traditional steak pie.
Aye, all that stuff.
So I've actually probably had the soberest festive.
Really sober, aye.
I'm sure I'm sober. The soberest festive period.
Aye.
This year in a long time.
Aye.
Like
Aye.
Normally I have a drink on Christmas Eve, not really on Christmas Day because I'm going about different houses and all that. And then Boxing Day I'll have a wee drink. But this year I didn't drink at all.
Aye, I'm quiet though.
And then we had folk over. I was out for the football the other day, which I don't go out for the football, I go out for the pub.
It says it doesn't bother with football either.
Aye.
So like, can I finish? There was that fuck it story, right?
Aye, sorry.
No, it's alright. It's just because what I'm saying, the benefit of saying fuck it is not just doing the thing. At least the things you don't expect, right? Small things. So we went in there, right? We went in, we had a laugh. I was in freezing, he jumped in freezing, but then we laughed. We were up getting fucking dried, fuck's sake, what we did. But we met a couple who were there as well.
Right.
So the guy, I'm sure it was a couple. The guy went in and done it.
Right.
And he came back. We had a laugh with him and his missus, and we all ended up going for food together.
All right, cool.
And I'm sure I can't remember the guy's name, but I'm sure I'm still friends with him on Facebook, and he still every now and again will comment on something. So because we'd done that, because of that day, the day we walked by, we seen this guy in doing a fuck it. He was doing a fuck it. He went, I'm going to do that. He went, no, you're not. I am a fuck it. I'm doing it. He went, fuck it. I'm doing it as well. The next day we'd done it, and then while we'd done that, we met other people who were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we ended up just having an afternoon with them.
Aye, I mean, you get that, and like if you don't say any fuck it's ever, then you're just stuck in your wee
bubble.
Aye.
Watching Netflix, Coronation Street. Coronation Street, Netflix. I'm fucking watching this thing. It's on 6 seasons. Walking Dead. It's been pissed for years. Still pissed. Still
going?
I don't fucking know. I used to enjoy it, but then
I only watched like 2 seasons. But
it started getting the same story constantly, didn't it?
Aye, as far as I've heard, it really fell off.
Aye. I did enjoy it, but then it just got shite. But I think I'll probably end up going back and watch the end of it again just to see when it goes. But partly just fizzles out eventually.
Aye. There you go. It's a good wee New Year catch up.
Aye.
We'll be back with some guests.
Aye, so we've got
a few lined up.
We've got a few lined up. So hopefully we'll get Gary Folds on. He says he'll do it.
Yep.
We've got who else have I got? Your dad's going to do it at some point, isn't he?
He is. Yep. We've also got me and Ainsley's friend Craig, who's just starting out in comedy.
All right, cool. And we've got somebody that I met randomly as a fuck it.
Oh yeah.
And I butted in, and I like getting him on because it was a random meet up.
Yeah.
Which is part of the reason I want to go out and sell tickets for that reason. That'll meet people.
Oh, that'll be good.
So she does like retreats of some sort, like meditation retreats and shit.
Cool.
I just met her in a wee cafe in Coatbridge and I butted into her conversation because she was talking about TikTok.
Yeah.
So she does like meditation retreats kind of stuff, and her husband does her husband does cold water therapy stuff.
Right, cool.
So the two of them are going to come and do it.
Sounds good.
So so we got them, got a few comedians on as well. So people that replied today, D Maxwell might do it, Rob Kane, Mikey Motion.
Mikey, yeah.
So maybe got all these guys on there, all good fun.
Aye, I'm looking forward to it.
And I want to I'm going to write a list of people who I'd love to get on, but I don't think I could get on.
I talked about this, the 100.
Aye.
Your 100.
Guys like Lewis Capaldi shit, and send them messages. Go,
He'd
right.
be a laughy.
Oh, that'd be brilliant,
I
right?
like Lewis.
So there's people I want to go on. I just send them messages.
Aye.
Like I know Michelle McManus. She'd maybe do it.
Fair enough. Aye.
So I don't know her well. I know her.
I think I voted for her when she was on Pop
Aye,
Idol.
aye. You'd have been about fucking 10, would you know?
Aye,
20 years.
my mum watched it.
It was 20 years ago, apparently.
So I'd have been like 6 or 7.
Fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Aye. So I'd like to get her. She might do it. She's good fun.
I've seen her in Panto.
Oh no, you haven't. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Aye, so as usual, all the socials, they'll be on the screen.
Come and see my gig as well.
Come and see the gig. Where is it, Sleazy's?
So I've got one gig in Sleazy's, and you put the dates on under this. So one in Sleazy's, which is in the afternoon, and that's on a Saturday, the 23rd, I think, but check, I might be wrong. And there's
We'll see it here.
one in Blackfriars, which is a Thursday night, which is I fucking love that venue.
Yeah,
That was that's a 130 seater. But by this time it'll be sold out. But just in case, buy a ticket.
yes, and make sure and follow us.
And you'll be doing music by this time as well.
I'm sure I will. I've
Go
got
and see Kris.
I've got the things in
Ainsley.
April. I think they might be private things actually, but you know there'll be public things by then.
Aye.
We're only launching this week, like out to the public. You've
Aye.
been watching this now for like 8 weeks or something.
This is fucking be my brain. This.
But
is,
wherever you're listening to this, if it's on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and then on the Spotify and iTunes and Apple, make sure you like do the 5 stars
Aye.
and like it and leave a pleasant review.
And tell us about your fuckets as well, like things you want to do. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
I've
good
actually. I know we're finished. So for the next episode, I've got an email to tell you about.
All right.
Somebody wrote in.
Oh, really?
I don't know how because this isn't out yet. No one's heard this, but
Oh,
somebody
brilliant.
wrote in. But aye, we'll talk about that next episode. There's a wee teaser.
Oh, leaving a teaser there. You sneaky bastard. I like that. Right, thanks. Good night.
Bye bye.
Right.